Cue Dave and Ryan in 3, 2, 1.
It's Dave and Ryan's movie review.
And this is my one chance to put those pieces back together.
When God tells you what to do, you cannot hesitate.
Dave and Ryan down here at the King Koal Theatre. We just got done seeing Sound of Freedom, and this movie is based on a true story. It's the story of the gentleman's name is Tim Ballard. He is actually the founder of Operation Underground Railroad, if you're familiar with that. But he worked for Homeland Security, and he had an enlightening moment one evening where a guy says, you know, we take all these pedophiles off the streets, but how many kids have we recovered? Yeah. And that really hits home with him, and it kind of starts him on this journey that we really don't know how long it lasts. I'm going to say it's over a year and a half at least.
Yeah, there wasn't really a good timeline on it. So, yeah, I'd say probably about a year and a half for the whole story.
The story kind of goes around a brother and a sister that are abducted into trafficking and human trafficking and the sex trade and all those things. And this is a movie that it's very uncomfortable to watch in parts. There are parts where it is implied to make you feel uncomfortable. And I think that was really the point of the movie, is to kind of shock people's system. I don't know if you took that from it as well.
No, definitely. After the movie, there's a little special announcement that talks about, you know, how uncomfortable it was,
and it was made to be that way.
Yeah.
And it's one of those things that just because it's uncomfortable to see or it's uncomfortable to watch or talk about, it doesn't mean that it doesn't happen. And this is a message and a story that really needs to get out there. The only two people that I recognized in it were Jim Caviezel. He was from the Passion of the Christ, and Mira Sorvino. It was good to see her in something. I haven't seen her in anything for a while.
Yeah.
But it just goes through the whole story of him going and finding a way to rescue these kids. And we talked about the fact that the movie itself may not be great. You may not view it as a great movie, but as a PSA, it is fabulous. And it's, like I said, it's a story that everybody needs to be heard and needs to know about. And there is, like Ryan said, a little segment at the end kind of gives you a way that you can pay it forward so more people can see this movie, so to speak. So from the movie standpoint, I've got to give it 3 popcorn buckets, because it didn't really keep the story going, but it was a true story. So it's hard to say that it was that way. But as a PSA, I've got to give this 5 stars. It is a great movie. If you are a parent, this is a must-see movie. You've got to see this movie. If you're a girl dad, you've got to see it even more, because these things happen all the time, and it's important that we know that they happen and that we can, you know, what we can do to kind of shield that from happening or just be prepared in situations. So, Ryan, I don't know how you felt about it.
As a movie, I wouldn't say this is a great movie. The cinematography was decent, but there was a lot of shots in there that you kind of wonder, why would they film it that way? Or at least it did for me. So as a movie, I'm going to give it 2 buckets of popcorn. And as a PSA, as Dave said, it's got a great message. You know, girl dads, people who have families, go watch it. 5 buckets of popcorn for me as well.
Get into the theaters and see this one. And if you don't want to see this one, still have lots of great movies playing here at the King Koal Theaters. We've got Elemental that's playing, and Ruby Gillman, Teenage Kraken, is playing. There's a couple of movies for the family. Yep. And then if that's not your forte, head on down to the Price Theater and have a great adventure with Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny. Speaking of adventures, next week, that's right, it's time for Mission Impossible.
Oh, snap.
So Tom Cruise and the gang are back with Mission Impossible 7, Dead Reckoning. We'll be reviewing that one next week. So be on the lookout for that when it comes out. But this one, Sound of Freedom.
That's a 2-parter movie, isn't it?
It is a 2-parter movie, yeah. So this one, though, Sound of Freedom, going to set you back about 2.5 hours. It is rated PG-13. But go see it. It's a must story that needs to be heard. Get out there and watch this movie. Until then, I'm Dave.
I'm Ryan.
And go see a movie.
An estimated 2 million children are trafficked every year, and we can help them. Sound of Freedom is based on a true story about real-life heroes saving kids from the dark world of child trafficking. We know this is heartbreaking and it hurts to look at, but the first step in helping these children is hearing their story. Not enough people know this problem exists, and even fewer people are willing to do anything about it. Our goal is to inspire 2 million people to attend the film's opening weekend, to represent the 2 million trafficked children around the world. To spread the word, Angel Studios set up a Pay It Forward program where you can pay for someone else's ticket who might not otherwise see it. If the ticket price is stopping you from attending, claim your free ticket at angel.com/freedom. Sound of Freedom opens the week of July 4th. Every parent, every adult, and every teenager in America should be there to see it. If millions of us come together today to see this film, we could propel the movement to help save millions of children around the world. And you can send the message that God's children are no longer for sale.